Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. The NBA season is just about a week away, and it is time to take one final look at the conference future odds from Bet365 Sportsbook. We've already looked at the Eastern Conference odds over there at Bet365. Time to take a look at the Western Conference, and it is no surprise that after landing the biggest fish in the free agency fishing competition, San Antonio Spurs come in as the #1 favorite in the Western Conference according to Bet365. Obviously, odds a little bit different here at several of the other books here, but mostly the Spurs are at the top here at plus 225 from Bet365. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is going to gel right into the San Antonio Spurs system. Still one of the deeper teams as well. As long as those veterans can stay healthy, you have to look at the San Antonio Spurs as the class of the Western Conference right now. Even better than the defending champion Golden State Warriors, who come in right behind them as well at plus 280 at Bet365. I think they were a little higher than that earlier in the offseason, but have shortened a little bit just because of the fact that I think they look just a little bit of out of sync after probably a very short off season. Didn't probably get a whole lot of rest after playing a lot, and probably enjoying themselves after winning the championship too. I think the Spurs come in just slightly ahead of them right now, but it's really neck and neck between these two teams, so not much to differentiate between the two, both solidly as the two big favorites here in the Western Conference. Now, slight drop off from them to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who come in at 4-1 as well. With Kevin Durant coming back, you have to look at this team as on a mission this year to get their name back in title contention. I think they're going to do that. Question is, A, can they stay healthy, and B, can they match up against teams like the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs? I think they can. It's really going to be a question, though, with the new coach, Billy Donovan, here to really figure out, I think, very quickly here, because they do not have much luxury with Kevin Durant coming into the final year of his contract and on a contract year. Now, the Los Angeles Clippers come in next at 5-1. A lot of people scoffed at me, I think, at the beginning of the offseason after free agency really was winding down, where I said they could be a title contender in the Western Conference. I still stand by that. I think 5-1, one of the better values you're going to get to win the Western Conference this year if everything comes together. If Doc Rivers truly is a championship caliber coach and didn't just get lucky with the right group of veterans coming together at the right time in Boston, I think you're going to see it this year, because that team is very, very deep, a lot deeper than they've been. I think they have some rotation issues they need to pan out, but I do think that the Los Angeles Clippers can beat anybody in the Western Conference in a 7-game series. The question is, will it all come together this year with a very young and also a core that really hasn't had much playoff success here up until this point of their careers. Now, the Rockets come in, another steep drop-off from them, throw the Clippers down to the Rockets at 9-1. However, it looks like they're going to be right there. Probably going to as well be a little undervalued at this point at 9-1. Ty Lawson looks like a great acquisition here. He's looked really good in the preseason, really meshing well with James Harden, which has been, I think, the biggest surprise out of this trade. A lot of people even thought that he might come off the bench, but it looks like that's not even a remote thought in Kevin McHale's mind anymore, how he's been playing here in the preseason. So the Rockets, don't sleep on them. Obviously, it all comes down to Dwight Howard, I think, with this team, because you know what you're going to get out of James Harden, and it looks like we know what we're going to get out of Ty Lawson. But the question is whether Dwight Howard can return to Dwight Howard of old, or whether that's just really a fantasy at this point, and he is really a diminished center at this point in his career. But that'll do it for your Western Conference future odds update. Make sure you check out the Eastern Conference as well, and stay tuned for some NBA picks later this week. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.